Welcome back to another episode of the Slackadjusters with my buddy Salim, the world. Salim, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I think he was counting it down as it was already recording, but hey, we'll go with it.
I was gonna edit that out, brother. You want to?
No, don't edit.
You want to start over?
No, man, we're good. Keep it organic.
Man, welcome back. I am Tim Motivates, other half of the Slackadjusters. Man,
the world. Yes, let's go.
Look here, y'all. There's a lot going on in the news right now, but since we're in Georgia, we're gonna focus on Georgia news.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your spliffy, sporty news reporter, and Salim is your comfy, outdoors, charismatic, jiu-jitsu, karate chopping news anchor that'll hurt you. So look, Georgia, there's a plant in Savannah, Hyundai, one of the biggest investments in Georgia history, I think in the country, Craig, in the whole wide country. They're building a plant for electric batteries for cars, right?
Mm.
Did you hear about this?
Is it just for I've heard about it, but I have not been tracking it. So you're gonna put us on game, and then we'll watch the videos and we'll react to it. But are those batteries going to be used for every cars or just for their cars?
You know, that's a good question. I believe it's going to be specifically for Hyundai, but they did team up with the company LG to make these batteries. But it will make sense if they keep them exclusively for their cars because, you know, most of the cars are transitioning to electric. Hyundai and Kia has plants throughout Georgia, and I think it's specifically for them. But
travesty.
Here's the thing. There was a big ice bust there, and we have a news story to catch you guys up. And there's a little twist, as you can see in the title and the thumbnail. There's a little twist that's going to go to this. It's going to tie everything together. So let's just go here and see what we can do. Hold on. So y'all bear with me, please. I'm kind of new here.
Yeah, so just give us a little background on it while you get that together. What's happening at this Hyundai station?
Well, you know, the people came in, the ICE came in because they got a tip, quote unquote tip. And yeah, they came in and it was all over the news for a couple of days, but now new news is coming out and people are starting to react like big time. So we're going to react to it just like everybody else. Here it is, people.
And we're learning more details about the workers who were arrested in a massive Georgia ICE raid. Last week, nearly 500 people were detained. About 300 are from South Korea, and officials say they will soon be deported. Jen Sullivan has the details on the raid and the reaction across the Peach State.
Are we in the U.S.? Like, I've never seen them come out like that, guns drawn, on the roof, helicopters.
Images of immigration and enforcement agents swarming a Hyundai plant in Georgia have sparked outrage among many.
We are calling on people across Georgia to stand with us, stand with the Hyundai workers.
Protesters gathering Saturday in Elabel, where the Hyundai plant is located, some traveling several miles just to show their support for those detained.
They're a part of our community. These are workers. They're the ones who build our cars that we drive every single day. They're not criminals.
475 workers were detained Thursday. The operation was one of the most extensive immigration raids in recent U.S. history. It's part of the Trump administration's plan to crack down on illegal immigration, targeting workspaces.
We need all work to end on the site right now.
The site houses an electric vehicle battery plant jointly operated by South Korea-based companies Hyundai and LG Energy Solution. Roughly 300 of the workers that were detained are from South Korea. Those workers will now return on a chartered flight following negotiations between the U.S. and South Korean leaders, according to an official.
So that's very important. A lot of people thought that this was like one of many of the ICE bust or ICE has been going through Georgia and the United States to construction sites, and we all know the demographic that is mostly on construction sites, right? What is that, Salim?
Hispanics.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes. But we just found out that these are Koreans on this site. So let us listen a little bit more. A little bit more.
This has been a multi-month criminal investigation.
The South Korean presidential chief of staff saying, quote, to prevent a reoccurrence of similar cases, we will work together with the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy and the companies concerned to review and improve the visa system and stay status of people traveling to the U.S. for investment projects.
Now, let me ask you a question, Salim.
Welcome once again to...
Does South Korea sound worried? Do they sound worried at all?
No. Well, I mean,
they sent a jet, bro. They said, "Hey, it's all good. We're gonna send a jet. We're gonna, work closely with the United States. They ain't worried at all."
No, not at all. Okay, so let's get some. If you've been keeping up with it, we got a few questions. One, is that plant built and done, or are they working inside the plant, or are they building the plant?
They're building the plant, and let's just say the exterior's done, but the internals, the machines, the machines that are going to be helping to manufacture these batteries is what they're building now. So the externals, but there are still outside structures and stuff being built as well.
Okay. The other thing I've heard was I was watching another someone else's video, and they were saying that these people are making good money. Now this plant's supposed to be in Elabelle, Georgia, close to Savannah.
Yes. So
it's supposed to be in a very, as we know, very lower class areas, right? These people are making big money, $70,000 a year in that range, from what I hear. Dude, that's good money for those people, Americans that's down there. So anytime these countries get these kind of deals, they get tax breaks. Mm-hmm. So these are the incentives that they get to build their factories in Georgia, not just America, just specifically Georgia won that contract. And so they get tax breaks, but it seems like they're double dipping by sending their own people to get the money and send the money back to their country.
Right.
So that's where I'm like, anybody who's like those people out there protesting, who are you all? What are y'all protesting about? Like, I mean, I can look at it from both sides.
They don't know the whole story, bro. They don't know the whole story. Now, I will say this: there were some Hispanics that were a part of that raid. I think out of 450 something people, 350 were Korean, or 300 to 350 were Korean. The rest are illegal. So yeah, they are protesting some of the Spanish people that were taken out. But I will tell you this: those Koreans ain't worried about nothing, bro.
I mean, they're not worried. Listen, here's the thing. I mean, I don't know what the status of South Korea is. Okay, I don't know if it's a third world country or if it's first world, or if people doing well over there or not.
First world country, bro.
Okay, well, I mean, so they send their people over here, get the money, send it back over there, and it's just like that. Listen, America got to take care of home first. People in this, like, that's taking food out of our economy, and as we know, listen, South Georgia period, when it comes down to freight, and this ties into what we're doing here, is going to be a global a focal point when it comes to moving that freight, especially in Georgia, especially in the United States. They're dredging the ports. They're making the ports bigger. They're expanding the highways and everything. They're doing everything they can, building warehouses all over the place. That's good. That's a good look for Americans, and Americans need those jobs. And we need to do everything we can to keep our economy stronger and our people stronger. But so do we just bring people in from out of the country to take those jobs, and then they take their money and get it out of the country?
Well, I got to stop you there, Salim. There's more to react to, and then we could get into the real meat and potatoes and have a debate about this particular subject. Okay. Now, they said that they've been investigating this plant for about a month now. But some people don't know who is behind it. The lady has revealed herself, Salim. She has revealed herself, and a lot of people are being entertained and not really surprised about what's been going on here. So let's find out who Miss what's her name? She'll introduce herself. Here she go.
Near Savannah.
Are you able to see it and hear it?
Biggest crock of shit I've heard. Yeah. So there were 452 illegals apprehended at the Hyundai mega plant construction site
Hyundai
near Savannah. And I was the one that reported the information that I had to ICE. But it goes beyond just someone working illegally. Let me explain to you. These people are working for slave wages. Some are not getting paid. Okay. Some are being trafficked. They send money home to their country. They give money to their handler. They have hardly anything left. They live in homes, 5 families deep, have no quality of life. It's modern day slavery. So if you think that ICE is just going in and ripping people out of their jobs, these hardworking people that want a better life, well, guess what? Politicians have really screwed these people, because when they came here, they thought they were, hey, the border's open, we're coming in, we're going to get the 5-star treatment, and we can go to the big Walmart, and we can live in a 5-star hotel. And that's just not how it is. It's very bad conditions, very inhumane. And the Biden administration started a humanitarian crisis. So y'all can't just look at it like they're ripping good people off the job. They're probably saving their lives in the long run. So,
all right, what you think about what she just said, Salim?
I think it's a bunch of. I think she's on something. I think first of all, if you did spill the beans on it, why you need to feel the need to come out there and tell the world that you did that?
I'll tell you why, Salim.
Okay,
one of you shall ask that. Mrs. Tori Branham, I think that's how you say her name, Tori Branham.
It's Piggy.
Wow, relax, Salim. She's running.
She look like it? Don't she look like Miss Piggy?
She's running for U.S. Congress, bro. Or state representative or something like that. So she is trying to get some clout from this, bro. It's really good. It's a good strategy she has there. But she has more to say, because a lot of people have been calling her out, and she's snapping back, bro. Listen,
is she a Democrat or liberal or Republican? Which one?
She's a stump for Trumper, bro. She's a conservative. And that's why she called ICE, because she know this is a hot button. She know that ICE is like, rabid pit bulls right now, And when ICE heard about 500 illegals at a Georgia plant, they was rubbing their hands like Birdman, like, what? What?
Let's see what she got to say.
Let's see what else she had to say when people start snapping back. Here we go.
Those people the biggest crock of shit I've heard so far since the Hyundai plant in Elabelle, Georgia was raided was that the Koreans and the illegals will do jobs that Americans can't do or won't do. Well, that's bullshit, because there were union workers out there who weld, who are safety certified, who are skilled, those people for decades have built this country. The union and laborers built this country, but they don't want to pay skilled American laborers that are safety certified, because it costs them too much. They want to hire illegal labor and people on H-1B visas from foreign countries because they save money. Yet they give them millions of dollars in tax cuts for allegedly creating jobs for Georgians that never happens. But they shit all over our skilled laborers because they would have to pay them more, even though they are skilled and safety certified. They would rather pay $150,000 OSHA lawsuit like they did with the guy that died on the forklift out there. That place was one big accident waiting to happen. So the contractors, the corporations will hire illegal labor over Americans, not because Americans won't do the job. It's because the Americans are skilled, safety certified, and they know their worth. So they would rather just pay these OSHA lawsuits when people die. It's just ridiculous.
All right. So sorry about that technical difficulty, guys, but I want to debate you on this, Salim, because I could tell where you're leaning. And what a lot of people are missing here is these people were Korean. They wasn't all Hispanics. This is undertaking that the United States is not used to. It's not necessarily lithium batteries, I think they are lithium batteries, but they're huge batteries for cars, and just the setup for these type of machines that are going to be manufacturing these batteries needs to be made by people who's experienced in doing it. So they had to get the Koreans here. There's no Americans here that's proficient in building these type of, manufacturing setups. And now once they get them set up, then yeah, we're gonna bring some Americans in and teach them how to run these machines, right? So how can we give Americans those jobs? What is your take on it?
I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of it. So yeah, obviously, if there's a specialized piece of equipment, we seen that at a company that I haul for. My major hauler that we haul for, they had a German machinery in there.
Okay.
And the type of machine, that German built machinery required German techs to be able to mess with it, and they came out there and they had to bring certain people to mess with it. So that's just the advantage they have if you want to grab that kind of machinery. But there's a downside to that too. When something goes wrong with it, that skill set is not available for it. So there's pros and cons to it, and I don't have a problem with that. If that's the case, then bring the people over here, get the job done, and do it. But that's not what she's saying. She said she's making the case that the people, they just didn't want to pay the money. So I didn't hear her. I think
that's a cop out. She's been getting a lot of backlash from people, basically calling her out for, like she's just being an opportunist. Like she sent ICE in there because, she's trying to get her little 5 minutes to shine and show that she's hardline, conservative or whatever. And that, you know what I mean? She's basically, I don't have a dog in this fight, but I see both sides of it. I see that she's trying to call out the bull crap, like, hey, we need to keep American jobs in America and, all that stuff. But on the other side, the Koreans, like, they're doing stuff that can't be done right now. Now, should they have had their visas and stuff together for these workers, whether they're temporary visas or work visas or whatever? From what I mean, there's videos out there stating that, these guys they just have regular visas and they're not work visas, and they're getting paid by the Korean that, they're getting paid by Korea, or they're going to get paid when they go home.
Oh,
it's so weird.
Yeah,
like that.
I got you. Bro, I'm going to tell you something right now.
What you think?
The world as we know it, economically is very screwed right now.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, man. There's no, and it's a lot of reasons for that. The main reason, in my opinion, is the devaluation of the dollar. The dollar is the world currency, okay, and it's been devalued, and because it's ever since they went off the gold standard, right? Yes. So if the American dollar fails, the world economy who knows what it's going to go to. It can fail. I'm not saying they don't have a plan for it or not, but look, everything goes up. The cost of everything goes up. The dynamics of how the economy works the world economy is changing. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you can't even buy, like, a loaf of bread costs way more than it cost back in the day. But it's the same process to make it. It's still the same. You just flour, water, eggs, whatever it takes, and you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. Boom. So you're making the same stuff, and we're more efficient and our technology is better these days. So why does it cost so much more to make that bread? It's not that it costs so much more to make that bread. Your dollars don't go as far. The dollar is weaker. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and if you want to have cars over here, and you want people driving those cars and buying those cars, all these cars are garbage today. Every single one of them, they're garbage. Okay? From the cheapest cars to the most expensive cars, they're garbage. So you want to build, and the amount of money it takes to build all this stuff and to bring it over here and to shoot it back out and all this kind of stuff, it costs a lot of money. So they're trying to cut as many corners as they can. Yeah, so they're gonna bring cheap labor in here. They're gonna try to use cheaper parts. They're gonna do every little bit they can. That's synonymous with any business out here. You cannot do quality business out here. Pay people. Then listen, think about all the lawsuits companies get nowadays. Unions have driven companies into the ground. You see what I'm saying? All the medical bills and all this kind of stuff. And I don't work this amount of time. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. These unions are very expensive to bring in. Very expensive.
Bro, it's killing companies.
Kill that budget. It'll kill that budget, boy.
Yeah. So everybody's gonna try to find a way around everything that they do. So every day's gonna try to find ways around it. And they might be okay with shipping the bread, the meat and potatoes of the plant might be already built. Okay, so you ship our guys out. Ain't nobody gonna be held accountable for it. They get on their flight, they head back, the money is made. You see what I'm saying? They back in their country. They probably wanted to ship them out anyway.
They're coming back though. They're coming back, bro. It's been announced that they just got to get the visas together and stuff because the job can't be done. It's too much money invested. But can I show you one more video?
It's gonna be South Korea down there in Savannah. It's gonna be baby Korea down there in a little bit. But I thought initially there was this plant down there in LaGrange, but that's a Kia plant.
No, Kia Hyundai is the same company. They're sister companies.
That's what I thought they was talking about first. So I didn't know they was dropping a plant down there in near Savannah.
Hyundai and Kia has been making major investments in Georgia. Crazy tax incentives. It's a lot of money at stake, and that's why Korea chartered a jet. They got their people. They gonna get the paperwork together. Trump is already talking about that. We need to. We're probably gonna have to bring some of those people back because we don't have Americans that can do those jobs. Mm-hmm. Now, there's another video on TikTok that I want to get your reaction off of, Salim, and let's just play it and you tell me what you think on it and we'll wrap this video up, okay?
Mm-hmm. Let me explain this in very simple crayon-eating terms any Republican can understand. Those South Korean engineers, yes, we're here on a visa, a visitor's visa, a non-working visa. More specifically, how it's stated is they're not allowed to get compensated by American companies for what they're doing here. Because even though it's just a visitor visa, they're still working. They're still showing these people how to build and operate the machines that was going to allow you and me to work there and have 8,000 American jobs. But that's not happening now. Oh, they were working for free. That's slave labor because we're so worried about people. Hey, if you were that worried, you should have looked into the fact that they do get paid when they go back home after their assignment here, which is usually 1 to 2 months. They'll show laborers here getting paid, Americans getting paid, how to build and operate this machinery, and then they go back home and get paid themselves by their own government and their own company. They're not taking American jobs. They were literally here giving us, let me explain this.
All right.
So he was for them? I mean, what was his stand?
So he's basically for the Koreans being here, finishing up the job, not getting deported, because they are essentially getting things together for the Americans to take over. You know what I mean? But it can't be done without them here.
Okay.
I'm just trying to bring all the facts to the people and every side of the argument so that, we can all just come together maybe in the comments and in our personal life and make a, have a conversation about it,
Yeah. I mean, listen, everybody wants to jump on one side or the other side without doing a due diligence. And that's where we're here trying to give a fair and balanced view at it. Because look, they bring in technology over here that we're not familiar with. They come here and set it up. That plant's going to be out here for several years and America's going to be running it. Okay, then it's a good thing. Listen, this is a global economy, man.
Yes.
This is a global economy and and America's right in the center of it. So, I'm not people who want to act like that about immigrants and migrants. Well, they do it all over the world. Everywhere, every country does it. It's not just an isolated thing in America. I think America gets a little bit out of control because America don't take care of Americans as good as those other countries take care of their people. America would bring in people and they'll leave us looking crazy. And a little bit. I think it should be a little bit more assistant to Americans, and Americans need to be a little bit less lazy and entitled. So it goes both ways, man. Get off your ass and get to work. But then I think the healthcare thing could be a little bit better for Americans. I really feel like the healthcare thing could be a little bit better for Americans.
We got a lot of issues here in America. Is it still the best country in the world to live and work in? I think so. But is there an argument that maybe that's slowly slipping away with some of the corporate greed and crony capitalism going on? I think there's an argument there.
Yeah, it is. It is, but like it is. It definitely is, and it's very, very greedy. And there's not honorable companies over here no more because a lot of companies outsource their labor out of the country. You see, and America wants everything cheap. They want a bunch of it, and they want it now. And it's just like a consumer-based economy. So it's kind of hard to really to give all of that to individuals. You see what I'm saying? And nobody wants to work hard. Nobody wants to work hard and bust their ass. Everybody thinks everybody's supposed to have a Benz, take 6 trips a year, wear the nicest clothes, and all of their kids go to private schools. Everybody thinks that's supposed to happen. And it's not going. Everybody not going to have the same status out here, man. But everybody got a fair shot. Everybody got a fair shot here.
To piggyback and to close out what you're saying, Celine, I think a lot of the lazy people have messed it up for the hardworking people who wants to make an honest living, who wants to work hard. But the lazy and unproductive people have brought things in like AI and robots and stuff like that. And, the American dream is slowly slipping away, especially with the immigration that's coming in. And we will see within the next coming days or weeks how huge billion-dollar plants like this is going to get the United States and our president and our governments to bend the rules a little bit for these workers to come back, finish the job, and provide opportunities for American workers, right? There it is again. There it is again.
Okay, so we figured.
So guys, whenever I do this, we found out that there's balloons that pop up. We did it, I think, before the stream, and y'all got to see it. But the point I was trying to make,
that's crazy. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. So, obviously we don't know our own system. But it's funny, I was talking about how AI is taking over. The point I was trying to make is how AI is taking over because of lazy American workers that's messed it up for hardworking people. For our trucker people out there, have y'all called brokers lately? And instead of getting a real person, you're talking to an AI broker? Have you had that happen yet, Celine?
No, you?
Bro, it's happened like 3 times within the last month to me. Now, it's not a lot of brokerages, but I've called a very popular broker. Can I say their name? Okay.
No love.
Very popular broker. And
give a fake name, like you said, like
Johnson Logistics, right? And hi, my name is Susanna. What load are you calling about? And you say, calling about the load from Atlanta, Georgia to Jonesboro, Georgia. Quickly. Yes, I see that load. What is your MC number? You give them your MC number. This load is a load of steel going from Jonesboro, Georgia to blah, blah, blah. Picks up at 8 a.m. Would you like this load? And you could say stuff like, does it need a tarp? No, this load. So I didn't go through with it because I didn't trust it, and I really didn't want the load after I found out what it was about. But that's an agent / broker out of a job now, right? Out of a job, bro. We ain't like them anyway, but they still need jobs. Like, that's an American job taken by AI, possibly hundreds, because this is a big brokerage. So, guys, we got to tighten up. We got to learn skills and skills that can't be taken by a robot. There's a lot of truckers out there that feel that, their job is going to be taken by robots. I don't think flatbed necessarily will be able to, be taken over by a robot, but drive-in, like if you're moving freight from one distribution center to another one, your job is toast within the next 10 to 20 years, in my opinion. But going to a construction site in a flatbed, I would like to see how a robot would do that. We can wrap it up here.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see, man. Good topic, man. It's a very exciting times. It's not exciting, very interesting times.
Interesting, guys.
Very interesting times, and we're gonna see how it played out, and we'll definitely be here to cover it when it does happen.
Yes. All right. Well, let us know what y'all think in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We need these numbers up. And until next time, we'll see y'all.
Peace.